Let's get it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our April Champions Call. Thanks for waiting while we got you all situated and into this live Microsoft webinar. So yes, this is our April 2025 Champions Call. Very happy you're here. Before we get started, just want to remind you all of the digital event code of conduct. Not going to dwell, but essentially be kind, be nice to everyone in this environment. And if you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, you can visit that AK right here about code of conduct. All right, our agenda today, I do have a couple announcements at the top Microsoft 365 updates. We have two exciting topics. One is from Chris and Brent today about the Microsoft Teams Accessibility Update, as well as another one from the product marketing team, Gapo, will be bringing over the Copilot Business Case Builder, as well as a demo of it. And then we're going to have open discussion where you can ask our speakers your open discussion top questions. Alrighty, first announcements. If you didn't know already, we are nearing and very close to the Microsoft 365 conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we do have a very exciting offer called Last Chance. That's the promo actually that you'd be using if you were to use this offer. So essentially, if you buy one ticket, you see on screen what the discounts are, but the more you bring, if you can bring your whole team or your top colleagues or whatnot, you would save more. So feel free to check that out. If you don't know what it is already, we've talked about it a couple months already from previous months, but it is a great big conference for Microsoft 365 enthusiasts. You'll have MVPs, you'll have top leadership from Microsoft, as well as tons of Microsoft employees. Jesse, myself, Caruana, we're all going to be there, as well as Adam Harms, Jeff Teeper, etc. And speaking of being there, we will be having a special Champions meetup at the conference, at the Microsoft 365 conference, where you'll get to meet Caruana, myself, Jesse, and this will be held at the Community Lounge on Wednesday, May 7th at 12 to 12:30 Pacific time. So super excited to meet you all. I know we did something similar the previous year in Florida, and we just want to recreate it. And you can chat with us, network with us, or network with each other. This will be a great opportunity to basically network or meet us and at the conference as well. Alrighty, so announcements for Customer Hub. If you don't know already, these are some free training for Microsoft 365 Copilot. You're able to join this instructor-led training for Copilot, as well as watch this training on demand. You can also visit at aka.ms/Customer Hub sessions to sign up today for Customer Hub. All right, Jesse, take it away with AMC updates.
Hello. It's been a month since we last chatted about AMC. As if you don't know who I am, I'm Jessie Huang. I manage and curate all the content on adoptionofmicrosoft.com, which we call AMC because we love our acronyms. So a lot of new releases in the last month. There's a whole list with the links to them. This is PowerPoint Live, so you can click on it. Windows 11 is a big one. We have new webinar series about building psychological safety. This one's really interesting because it's teaching team leaders how to build a safe space for their team to be their authentic selves and to do their best work. So definitely check that out. We have a OneDrive customer office hours that you can join and talk to the product team directly. Of course, we have new, very timely, I feel like, we have new diversity day in the life guides. This is loss of hearing and neurodivergence, and this joins a whole bunch of other ones that we published in the last couple of months. So definitely click through and check those out. We also have a new Copilot skilling event framework. So this was actually a training camp of sorts that our MS Digital team put on for internal folks, and it was so popular that they made a public version of it. So this is like an event kit in a box, to do a Copilot training multi-day session. So check that out, that kit if you're a trainer, which I know a lot of us champions are. And there are videos to go with that as well. And then, of course, we're constantly adding new Copilot scenarios to the scenario library. Media and entertainment are two of the newest ones that we just added recently. Now, there have also been a lot of updates to the customer hub. There are updates nearly every week for it. Either it is putting past sessions on demand or new sessions coming out. And the customer hub keeps growing with new topics added almost every month. So check that out. Click that link there and join it. It's free training, and you get an actual live person there to ask questions, which is always golden, right? We have a new adoption guide for Microsoft Security, and that's on the Security Enablement Hub, and new videos for their Copilot Video Hub library. So check that out as well. There's also, lastly, a new white paper for new Outlook for Windows. There's a whole bunch more changes coming up in the next month. So definitely stay tuned, check our release notes, or subscribe to our RSS feed. Thanks, Tiffany. Back to you.
Thanks, Jesse. Okay, great. I'm back on. Alrighty, so this is our top Microsoft 365 updates. First, for Microsoft OneDrive, you're now able to experience Copilot in OneDrive. This is essentially you're able to use Copilot to basically better understand your files in different ways. You're able to ask Copilot to summarize your files, basically hover over that hot file, and then click on asking it to summarize that file. So maybe you don't have to go through, a 20-page PDF or Word, for example. You can have Copilot summarize it for you. You can also compare files. This is really good for, like example of maybe comparing like price quotes from different vendors, comparing ingredients, for example, if you're trying to do some cooking or something, as well as you can also ask questions about certain files. So this is a really neat feature that I've been trying myself and just saving time of me digging through that file within OneDrive. So feel free to click on that link to learn more. Second, we have an exciting new update from Microsoft SharePoint. We had Caitlin Helms from the SharePoint product team come on last month to share to us about flexible sections. If you missed that, feel free to check out our recording on that. But essentially, they do have a new feature called Preview Mode, also in SharePoint Page and News. In Preview Mode, you can basically use to understand how the page will look in different types of views, such as mobile, desktop. They also have a version where you can also see the preview mode of that certain email that you're going to send out if you want to convert that content to email as well. And then on top of that, you're also going to be able to basically adjust the order in which the red parts would reflow within a section, and that's within the control panel's plane. In addition, something neat that I've been finding kind of cool is animation effects for various web parts, such as like people, quick links, editorial cards. So super cool. If there's interest on this, feel free to let us know. We can always bring back Caitlin to showcase this. So, but yeah, I know there was a lot of interest in flexible sections last month, so definitely wanted to bring that update to you all. Alrighty. Next, we do have an exciting new update in Microsoft Teams. I know we have the Teams product team on as well for accessibility, but this is an exciting one, especially for small businesses. Essentially, there's a new feature called Live Chat in Microsoft Teams that enables small businesses to provide, basically quick customer service. And essentially, these website visitors or your customers that are visiting your website, you can actually have them chat directly with your teams in Teams. And it includes like notifications and dashboard and etc. This is actually available today, where you can try this feature out by adding the new live chat widget on your website. We do have an exciting good article about this from Brenna Robinson that is linked here on this PowerPoint. So feel free to check this out. It's really exciting, and I think it's a great new feature for small businesses. So, alrighty, without further ado, I'm going to bring on Brent and Chris from the Microsoft Teams accessibility team to talk to us today.
Responsiveness for the blind and low vision community, keyboarding efficiency improvements, as well as popping out captions. That's being rolled out right now. And then coming up is more flexibility for the keyboarding shortcuts, as well as RTT support. Brett, do you want to talk about reflow?
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to the discussion today. Really appreciate it. Reflow really is an effort that Teams has been working on now for quite some time, with the goal of really improving how things work for those who are low vision. And as we did that, you can zoom way in and really help stay focused on really one task at a time. And we'll have a short video that demos it. But as we did this work, we want to do more than just ensure that it's a checkbox for accessibility. We wanted to make sure that every aspect of Teams really works end to end. As we did this work, it turns out that it really helps everybody. So what you'll see is Teams this is actively rolling out now. For those of you who have it, you'll be able to snap Teams to really narrow view. You'll be able to move it to wherever you want and still stay focused and engaged. And so we'll do kind of two quick short video demos. They're under a minute each. And that'll show you how it works for zooming in, and then we'll show how it works really when you snap Teams next to a PowerPoint deck. So let's go ahead and run the video.
Teams supports various zoom levels to help you find the size that works best for you. Here I am pressing Ctrl+ to zoom in. As I zoom in, the app menu will hide. Select the Apps menu button to switch apps. As I continue to zoom in, the chat and channels list will hide, giving more space for the conversation. To open a different chat, I select the Return to Chat list arrow, then choose the next chat I want to view.
So again, you can see that we've allowed things to zoom in, so it's much easier for those with low vision to see what's going on, but also stay very focused and hopefully continue to be very effective. And then if we've gotten some questions in the past about what does it do for keyboarding. Keyboarding works exactly the same, whether you're zoomed out, you can see a lot of things, or you're zoomed way in. We've made sure that it's just consistent across the board. And then we want to show with the next video how this really helps everyone, not just those who are low vision.
I am able to stay connected to my coworkers as I review our work by first snapping the presentation to the right. Teams is more flexible by adapting to how you want to work. By snapping Teams to the left, I am able to view incoming chats. When making more room for the presentation, Teams will adjust to help you stay focused on the conversation. As Teams narrows, the app switcher will be hidden, followed by the chat list. You can change to a different chat by opening the chat list using the Return to Chat list arrow, then select the next chat you wish to review.
Yeah, and that's just one of many demos, but we've really taken this time, effort, and engineering time to not only ensure, again, it works for those who are low vision, but everybody, so you can be more flexible and work how you want. And this is true for chats, it's true for the meeting stage. So that's kind of our work on reflow and helping those that are not just low vision, but everybody have a more flexible Teams. All right.
Right. Okay. So yeah, real-time text, RTT. This is an accessibility feature in Microsoft Teams that enables text to be transmitted instantly as it's being typed. So character by character, without requiring users to press send or enter. Unlike the traditional chat message that appears only after it's been completed, we're supporting a more immediate interactive conversation. It especially beneficial in scenarios where time is critical, or for individuals who may be deaf or hard of hearing or speech cognitive disabilities. In Teams, RTT can be used during one-on-one calls as well as meetings, and it supports more inclusive communication by allowing participants to see the message as it's happening in real time. It's a more natural rhythm of spoken conversation, and it reduces that delay as well as helping to maintain engagement. So when RTT has been enabled in the one-on-one calls or meetings, the messages will appear live in that same pane that's used for live captions to create a more unified communication stream where spoken and typed interactions coexist. This integration allows participants to remain within the shared visual cognitive space without the need to toggle between the chat window or other interfaces. The combined experience is really powerful for various modalities of conversation. So one person could be speaking, another person could be responding through text and RTT. And it's that it updates dynamically with that voice input. So it preserves the conversation flow and reduces cognitive load. It's really designed to enhance accessibility in situations where maybe verbal communication is not possible or practical or preferred. Ultimately, it supports a more richer, equitable communication for all users. I have a brief demo that I'll show you what it looks like in Teams. So that person is typing RTT right now. And this shows the combination of RTT and live captions. So we're planning for GA next month. Next feature I want to talk about is just very straightforward, just briefly discuss the pop-out of captions. We've added the ability for users to be able to pop out and then float that window, resize it, position it where they want, so they always have access to the captions. There's a very simple demo I'll show you. So that's it for Teams accessibility. Are we taking questions now or waiting until later?
We will have Q&A later as well. But if you wanted to, you can also start answering some questions in chat. For the popular ones, we'll also be taking them on screen.
Awesome. Well, thank you for everybody's time today.
Thanks all.
Thank you. Thank you, Cassidy. Thank you, Chris and Brent. Alrighty, so next we have our speaker, Gabe Ho, that's going to come to us and talk to us about the Copilot Business Case Builder.
Awesome. Thanks, Tiffany.
Mhm.
Hey, everyone. Great to be here. So a little while back, towards the end of last year, we partnered with Forrester to release a projected ROI within the Total Economic Impact Report to look at the impact that Microsoft 365 Copilot could have on a small and medium-sized business. And this was really to try and help answer this question that we've been having since we've launched Copilot, that while the time savings and productivity gains that we've been looking at and talking about have been wonderful and great, a lot of people, especially decision makers, needed help in making a business case available to their leadership or otherwise so that they could actually see what all those productivity gains actually ends up potentially meaning for their business's bottom line. And so in this report that came out, Forrester found that there was a projected ROI of up to 353% over a 3-year period, which is obviously an incredibly impressive number, with the low end being 132%. And Brenna had a blog that talked about the report, but we went one step further, and if we take a look into the report, we see that there's a breakdown of what that 353% could entail. And we see benefits across all of business, across increases in net revenue, reductions in operating costs, and also increases in employee satisfaction that can sometimes feel even more intangible and nebulous, but ultimately do accrue towards added benefit for an organization. The next step here was trying to figure out how we can deliver these numbers in a more customized way, so that you or anyone else could be able to to be able to play around with your own numbers from your organization and look at the benefit that Copilot could have for your business. And that is why I'm very excited. And if we go to the next slide, to talk about the SMB Business Case Builder for Microsoft 365 Copilot. It is a public-facing estimator that you can access at aka.ms/SMB value, or scan the QR code there. It does work on mobile as well. And in this case builder, all we ingest is really the size of your company, the estimated annual revenue, and the country that you're operating in. The calculator then estimates a return on investment over a 3-year period, breaking down those results as well based on the primary business objectives that a customer is trying to achieve with generative AI. The net present value is calculated using a discounted cash flow with basic assumptions for discount rates, gross margins, and various other costs. And obviously, you're able to play around with those numbers, so you could take a look and get a sense for what Microsoft 365 Copilot could mean for your business as an investment. The one thing I will want to say and make sure and stress is that obviously, this tool is simply an estimate. It's not a promise of any kind of ROI, but I think it's still going to be very helpful as you're trying to decide how Microsoft 365 could benefit your business. And you can look at what metrics might be most important for you to track as you're going through your adoption journey, in tandem with understanding what your aspirational goals might be when you look at the numbers across Copilot Analytics, or your adoption scoreboard, just to understand how you're tracking towards what you'd like to see. With that, I can switch over to a demo just to take everyone through the tool. Let me share my screen. So here we are. Like I said, you can access this at aka.mswag.smb-value. And you can see here, we can put in any number of employees, up to a composite organization of 2,500 employees. If you are within larger organizations and you have an account manager with you from Microsoft, a dedicated account manager, feel free to engage them when you're talking about the business case for Microsoft 365 Copilot. They'll be able to walk you through a full comprehensive tool that is well and truly tailored for your company. I will select a industry, put in a estimated revenue, and say I'm from Canada. Oh, so if you put in an ROI that doesn't make too much sense, for instance, in this case, I have 1,000 employees and just 1,000 and just 25 million in revenue, then it would prompt you to consult a sales rep or get in touch with us so that we can actually build out a business case that makes sense for you. But as you can see, the chart, the orange line shows the cumulative cash flow, and you see a cost against benefit over the next 3 years in these bars. So you can play around with this. You can even download the report for a copy so that if you're talking to a Microsoft rep or you're talking to your own leadership teams trying to make a case for Microsoft 365 Copilot, you can take back this asset to be able to share it with them, share it within your organization so that everyone can rally around a conversation. And if you open that PDF, you can see it's just a PDF record of your input, including a chart so that you can kind of take this and have that conversation and start that conversation with others. Awesome. I know we are going to go into Q&A, so if there are any questions, we can take them in the next section. But back to you, Tiffany. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you so much, Gabe. Wanted to pull up our slides real quick before we get into Q&A. The upcoming community events. Perfect. Thanks, Jesse. I love how in sync we are because you can see we've been at this rodeo many times. But yes, these are our upcoming community events. Of course, the first is our Microsoft 365 Community Days in St. Louis, the Microsoft 365 Community Conference that we just spoke about, where we'll have our champions meetup and different activities, as well as all people across Microsoft 365 will be there, including various sessions and folks from the Microsoft employees team. Alrighty, and then Dynamics Con in Chicago, as well as Collab Days in Poland, and then European Power Platform Conference in Vienna, Austria. For TechCon 365 in Seattle, I believe Jesse and I will be there as well to support in person, as well as the Community Lounge, where you'll be able to come and meet us and talk to us. But these are just a glimpse of the various different community events happening in the Microsoft community. If you wanted to check out other Microsoft events, you can check out the Microsoft event link on the bottom of the slide, as well as a full list of community-led events can be found at communitydays.org. If you do not see your event on communitydays.org, you should, because you should submit it to communitydays.org for visibility and attention. Promotion will bring you and highlight you on community calls like this. Alrighty. And then wanted to remind you all, if you are viewing on demand, you can basically engage with us at the Microsoft Tech Community event page within Driving Adoption. And then our next call is going to be May 27th, where we're going to be talking about Microsoft adoption updates. And feel free to share your feedback with us on what you would like our next upcoming call to be. You can join the Driving Adoption community, as well as invite your colleagues to become a champion, where you can access our exclusive resources, such as the PowerPoint deck for not only today's, but all the previous PowerPoints of previous calls, as well as other exclusive resources like our newsletter. All right. Thank you so much all for coming to our Champions Call in April. If you would like to join us for our PM session later on today, feel free to do so. If not, I will see you next month in May for some top adoption updates. All right. See you next month. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.